Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Too Casual Paint. I'm Pete, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to paint the new Striking Scorpion to a tabletop standard. To get started, I prime my model black and then I base coat the model with Wyvern Green from 2 thin coats. Going into step 1, dry brushing. So we're going for a spotlight effect on our armor, and these colors are going to serve as our halftone, direct light, and highlight. So let's go ahead and start with Emerald Green from 2 thin coats as our first dry brush. With dry brushing, you actually don't want your brush to be completely dry. You want it to be a little bit damp. This is going to help you reduce like the texture buildup when you're dry brushing your model. Now we're going to go ahead and remove most of the paint from our dry brush with a paper towel. What I'm doing here is I'm focusing on the front side of the model, just kind of working my way down, and I kind of stop where the knee is at. Also, I did touch on the backpack. This is kind of like me imagining what it would look like if there's just one light source, like a spotlight hitting our model. And now we're going into the direct light and the highlight, and we're going to be using Ethereal Green from 2 thin coats. Same thing, we are dry brushing, but we're kind of reducing the area we're dry brushing. So we're not going as low as we did before. I'm putting most of my focus on the head, shoulder, and chest. And I did go down a little bit to the top part of the thigh, but pretty much just focusing on the shoulder pad, the chest, and the helmet. And for the highlight, I went ahead and mixed Yellow Flame with Ethereal Green. Mixture 1:1, kind of get this lime green. And if you don't want to mix this paint, you actually can go and grab yourself a ACRYL bright yellow green for this. You're gonna get this exact color. I just don't have one in hand, so we're gonna be mixing this color. And this is the last dry brush for this step, so we're just focusing on the helmet, the chest, and the shoulder pad. Again, we're reducing the area that we're dry brushing because this is like the highlight. So we're gonna just work our way there. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and dry brush, get that bright lime green on our model. This actually makes the model pop a lot. So we're going into step 2, washes and dry brush. So we're going to be using a transparent green from ACRYL, and we're going to water down this quite a bit. I would say 2-part water and 1 part of the transparent paint. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to wash the whole model with this watered down transparent green. Just kind of moving, making sure it doesn't pull in the wrong spot. You know, just kind of look around, make sure you don't miss any spot. After that, wait for it to dry, and we're just gonna do a quick dry brush. Just, you know, lightly brushing the head, the shoulder pad, and the chest. Now that we're done with the spotlight effect on the armor, we are going into the focal point of the model, and that is our face. Starting with orange from ACRYL, we're going to be painting our eyes. I did swap to a smaller paintbrush. This one I'm using is a size 1, and here I'm just, you know, taking it slow. Now that the eyes are done, we are going to be painting the face with Gravestone Blue from 2 thin coats. So if you look at GW Striking Scorpion, they paint the Scorpion's face with a darker gray. I opt for a lighter gray because I think it makes the face pops a little bit more. As you can see, when I'm painting this face, any mistake I've made painting the eye, I just went ahead and just kind of fix it by painting it over with gray. And now for the last part of this step, we're going to be using our wash, and the wash is watered down. This is 2-part wash and 1-part water. So we're just going in with our paintbrush and we're just putting our wash into the edge and letting it flow. We're not covering the whole model, just working our way through slowly. After the wash dried, I went ahead with orange again to touch up the eye. And we are now done with our face. For the details, we're going to start with Coal Corpse Blue, and I'm just using GW Paint Shop as a reference. So we're hitting the chainsword, the shuriken pistol, the little dread, and then like the little bands on their thighs and on their arms. And I'm pretty sure you noticed that Coal Corpse Blue is just like a slightly darker Gravestone Blue. You can just buy one of the two and then mix it with either white or black to get practically the same color. I'm just too lazy, that's why I just have 2 paints instead. Going into our metallics, we're going to be using Pro Acryl Dark Bronze. This is going to be the longest part in the detail steps, but once you're done, you will start to see your model starts to come to life. For the stripes and the spirit stone, again, we're going to be using Pro Acryl Dark Bronze. I am switching to a size 1 paintbrush because these details are a little bit too small for my size 2. I'm just taking my time, going really slow, don't want to mess up. A little bit over is fine because we're going to be washing it at the end. And if you make it this far, consider, liking and subscribing, and let me know, what I can do to improve. Now for our next metallic, we're going to be using a dark silver. We're just going to be painting the chainsword and the shuriken pistol with it. And now for the belt and the shuriken holster, we're going to be using Dust Bowl from 2 thin coats. For the belt, I'm using a size 1 paintbrush. And for the holster, I am using a size 2 paintbrush. For the sword hilt, I'm using burnt red. We're going to be grabbing our black wash and we're going to be washing everything. The only thing we're not going to be washing is the stripe on the shoulder pads. So I forgot to record myself painting the spirit stone. So all we're going to do is we're going to be grabbing a spirit stone red technical paint from Citadel, and we're just going to be dotting them, and there you go. For my base, it's quite simple. I mix Mod Podge with water 1:1 just to kind of get a liquid consistency. And I'm using Army Painter Grass with green tea mix, and I kind of just sprinkle that on my base. After that, I use the droplet to apply my water down Mod Podge, just to drip them in there. It's gonna move the tea and the Army Painter Grass a little bit, but it's fine. You just add a couple of drops. After that, you wait for it to dry. And that is my tabletop ready striking scorpion. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.